What's going on, everyone? So today we're doing we're going back to PR today. And it's gonna start my next little mini series where I'm gonna start talking about the Mighty Morphin Tamashii figures. Specifically the robots. I don't know if I'm gonna do the figure arts yet. I mean, I have them, but I haven't decided if I'm going to yet. But after I do these, I'm probably not gonna do any more Sentai Power Rangers reviews because I'll just say it right off the bat. I'm not a super PR fan or Sentai fan really anymore. But that's a topic for a different day. So here we're reviewing the Super Robot Chogokin Daizyujin. I actually do have the Daizyujin version. There's zero difference between the two. I think the only difference is that they have the American release had a Mighty Morphin sticker somewhere on the box. Other than that, there is zero difference. It's a very cool box, though. The Super Robot Chogokin line is essentially figure arts with for robots. And they're really cool figures. I have a few of them. He's my second favorite. My favorite's my Gao-Gaigar, but the side we got Daizyujin back here. And Surprise Shots with the laser, the energy sword. Wow. And Mastodon shield and all that. Top of the box. Now normally when I would do a figure that can't transform, I would talk a little bit about the character. The problem here is I've never seen Zyuranger, so I can only comment on the PR version. So we'll go ahead and get the box out of the way. We'll bring this guy in, and I'm going to talk about what this character did in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So he or it is the combination of the 5 Dinozords, the Tyrannosaurus, the Mastodon, the Pterodactyl, Triceratops, and Saber-Tooth Tiger. And it's piloted by the 5 Power Rangers, Jason, Trini, Zach, Billy, and Kimberly. It first appears in the very first episode to battle Goldar, and for the most part is used at the end of each episode to defeat the giant monster after it's grown. Later on, as the series progresses, it's 60 episodes worth of this stuff, but eventually there are some points where he's not strong enough to defeat the enemy, so he has to combine with the Megazord He has to combine with the Dragozord or Titanus. But for the most part, that's all he does. He's more of a character. He's actually a character in Zyuranger. From what I know, I haven't seen it, but in America, he's just a robot. It's just a robot that shows up and kills the monsters. That's all he does. So, there you go. He's there for about 60 episodes before being replaced by the Thunderzords in Season 2. Though apparently he does make a reappearance in Beast Morphers. Make of that what you will. Anywho. So, figure-wise, this thing is awesome. He can't transform, but that's okay. This figure was not meant to transform, but he looks really good. Bandai Tamashii Nations nails the details on their figure arts, their Super Robot Chogokins, their Soul Chogokins. They nail it. And man, I love these things. His articulation is superb, but you can even see they're going out of their way. Look, that's where the feet would be if he was able to transform. The Tyrannosaurus feet, the Tyrannosaurus tail, the Mastodon's legs, the Saber-Tooth Tiger's legs would be back there. A lot of detail went into this. They didn't have to go the extra mile, but they did. His posability is incredible. His head, full 360. Can look forward, can look back. Full 360 rotation. Butterfly joint. Bicep. Double elbow. Wrist bend. And a wrist turn because it's on a ball joint. He has a little bit of an ab crunch, but if you pull that forward, you get even more of an ab crunch. Legs go forward. Legs go back. Turns up top. The double knee joint. He has an ankle rocker, and you can even, if you wanted to, pull those back and pull that head forward to get like a running pose. That's insane. Again, they didn't have they went that extra mile that nobody would have expected them to, but they did. And it shows why when Bandai Tamashii put their mind to it, they make really good stuff. My cat is being ridiculous in the background. Jasmine, what are you doing, girl? I'll deal with her later. But posability-wise, this thing is awesome. Oh, and I don't think it's ever happened in the show, but the cannons can come forward. Ow. I just poked myself on the saber-tooth tiger's foot. He has a bit of, not quite a bit, but a few accessories. So here we have the power sword, or I think it's called the legendary sword God Horn or something like that. The mammoth shield. An energy blast effect. 2 holding hands, which are typically the hands I have him with. 2 open hands, which I find pointless on this figure. And a lightning condom. I'll show you how they all work. So the energy effect just plugs into the antenna. And there you go. He did do that a couple times in the show with the Tyrannosaurus' stock footage. If you look close enough, you can see the Tyrannosaurus legs back there after he does the blast and move around. But anyway. Now, his hands pop off very easily, and you can replace them with the holding hands, which we're going to do because we're going to need them. So he can hold the mammoth shield in that hand. He can hold the God Horn or the power sword in this hand, and they look really good on him. I typically have him in a pose like this. And I think that looks really cool. And you can put that on there as if he's about to charge. It makes it less pointy. But I prefer it just like that. Size-wise, he's about the standard size of a Figuart. He's not that big. Like, there's my remote compared to him. He's big. He's not big. He's actually pretty small. He's a very, very good figure, though. I like him a lot. Now, getting him is not going to be the easiest task in the world. When I was looking to buy him, I think I got him last year. Last year before I have to check. The cheapest I've ever seen him for was $100, and that's why I bought him, because he was $100. I see him go for $2, I see him go for $3, I see him go for $250. And he's not worth that much money. $100 is the max I would pay for this figure. Not because it's bad or anything. Because I've talked about how, $110 isn't that much money. It is, depending on what you're buying. When you're buying a 12-foot-tall metal transformer that's a really complex transformation, $100 is not that bad. A figure like this that's 6 inches tall, a little different. I'd still say he's worth the $100 at max, because it does come with accessories and stuff. I wouldn't pay any more than that for him, though. As a figure, he's great. I like it a lot. But he's going to be hard to find now, because everybody wanted this figure when it came out. He might be less now, because of the Soul of Chogokin one. Hint at my next review. But, anywho. I think that's going to be it for this review today, guys. So I want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like this figure if you own it. And I'll see you for the next one. Take care.